Notion has been the centerpiece of my workflow. It's quite literally an extension of my brain.
What's up, Keto? Yeah, for once, right? Yo, are you experiencing high winds right now? What's up, Vez? If you had an owl, you would have a potu? Do I have a story for you? I have a story. We gotta skip the song, though. Dude, it's really windy where I am right now. Yeah, I like this one. Alright, guys. I kind of want to show you the most disrespectful chess position in history. Let's see. I gotta look back at my old games. More videos, merch. Let's see. Archive. There we go. I don't think it was that long ago. I think it was this one. Right? No. Hold on a second, guys. I'm looking for the game. That's too recent. Okay, thank you so much.
Engineers are interesting creatures. When they are interested in something, they show extraordinary concentration. We love engineers. Kyocera.
Wow, these ads really kill a person, huh? Wait a second. Wait, this one. Yeah. This is the one that I like. What is it called? Puzzle Plank Galaxy. Wow. No way. I know there has to be some more games. Oh, here we go. Recent. There we go. All right. All right, folks, we're gonna get serious here. Yeah? My week has been good. I mean, it's Tuesday. Why is my volume all the way up, dude? I feel like I'm yelling. Okay. Yeah, my week was pretty good. I mean, like I said, it's only Tuesday. But vibing, I just did an audition. Do you guys want to hear how ridiculous I sound speaking in Arabic? I had to do an audition reading a script in Arabic. I kind of want to show you guys. I really don't know what it's for. But I don't know. I just have to submit it. Hello everyone. My name is Sarah Mudalal. I live in Los Angeles, California, and I'm more than capable in doing recordings at home as I have a Shure SM7B. I have a Shure SM7B. Yes, we're going to skip that in high quality in video and audio. Here we go. Here we go. Listen to this. يمنحنا عالم الإنترنت إمكانية الوصول إلى قدر الكبير من المعلومات والخدمات. إلا أن حجم المعلومات المتاحة يعني أيضا توفر محتوى غير لائق للأطفال. ويعود أمر تحديد ما هو لائق وما هو غير لائق إلى الوالدين ومقدمي الراعية. هو أمر يمكن اتخاذ قراره حول بناء على العمر وأهلية والمعتقدات والقيم العائلة. تتيح لك أدوات الرقابة الأبوية إمكانية حجم المتاحة المزعج وغير اللائق وتصفيته. وتعمل هذا الخاصية عبر الشبكة الإسلاكية الواي فاي وشبكة الهواتف النقالة وتطبيقات الإفراد وأجهزتهم. ويمكن الأدوات الرقابة الأبوية أيضا مساعدة الأهل في تحديد الأوقات. Anyways, yeah, I know. Yeah, because, you know, it's not. I think I read it again to my mom and my aunt, and they're like, dude, you totally butchered that. And I'm like, let's be honest, you know, this is the best I could probably do. But if I get the part, of course, I'm going to read it with perfection. But I only got like barely a day left, to be honest. So I'm going to submit that. And I hope for the best. I hope for the best. Yeah, you can see how many recordings I did. I think, like, so annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 recordings. Yikes. Literally yikes. Okay. No, the pronunciation, 100%. No, 100%. I could fake it. I could fake the pronunciation, and we could see how it goes. You know, there's some words like like you've read the Quran, right? It tells you how to say the word. But here, I can show you. I could show you the script. It doesn't tell you how to say the word because there is no direction. There is no direction. So like يمنحنا عالم الإنترنت إمكانية الوصول إلى قدر كبير من المعلومات والخدمات. Right. Like I have to guess because I'm not a native specifically. I have to guess where the word is going. Like I could easily say let's say like this is pronounced محتوى. Okay? But I could say محتوي, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like it could be. It's not. Definitely not. And then this one وتصفيته. No, that's not how you say it. It's تصفيته. Right. How am I supposed to know that? You know, like if I'm not a native, if I don't know like the word specifically. Like it's tough. It's like I have a hard time, you know? Like I speak Arabic fluently, but like fluent enough? Like sure. The amount of wind that is happening outside right now is absolutely insane. Like things are falling down. I could hear it outside of my window. Let's see. Let's keep playing the music. Okay. So, right now, I'm going to tell you the most disrespectful chess match I ever gave to a man. He resigned immediately, just so everyone knows. Well, Vaz, it's always raining in the UK. So let's start this match. Me as white, going to pawn to e3. It's gonna be a fairly like easy game, and if you guys are gonna make fun of me on my elo, don't, because I'm only learning as I go. Dude, I literally saw a comment the other day saying you're not even worth watching because of your elo, and I'm like, whoa, that is literally the rudest and saddest thing you could ever say. To be honest. Let's go back here. Okay. So then, next move I would go... the first move he would go next would be pawn to d5. Then I'd go move the queen already, because I love doing the 4-move checkmate. So I'd really move the queen to f3. Moves the pawn to e6. Alright? I move up the pawn to e4. And then he moves up his pawn to f5. Fine, you know, I don't know what he's doing at this point, but whatever. So I move my pawn up to d3 just to make the defense. And then he brings out his knight to f6. Again, I don't know what he's thinking, but I'm prepared to just give the worst. I take pawn to d5. Pawn takes d5 again. I move up my pawn. And then he moves up his pawn to open for the rook to get out on a5. Now, I move back to check the queen. Oops, nope. I move back to check the king at e2. You know, just to, like, give a little threat, you know? And then knight comes into e4 just to, like, block the queen. Fine. But now he's trapped unless I move the queen. And then I check the king again to b5. Again, just to have fun with it. Let's see where the pieces will bring out. At this point, I just want to bring out the pieces, you know? I want to see what he does. Of course, I knew he probably was going to bring out his pawn clearly. So to c6. Move back the queen, just so he won't move his knight anywhere. And then queen comes in just to go in front of the king on e7. That way the knight is free to move wherever he wants. So then I go ahead and check the king again to h5. And then we're probably going to bring the pawn up. I don't remember. To g6, right? Wait, did I go back? Yeah, so he brought it back up to g6. I mean, yeah, a lot of maneuvers are happening here. I'm just bringing out the pawns. Now, this guy has a super defense happening right now. A super defense. Chill. Very cool. This is a pretty good defense that he's doing. Now, my next move, I go back. I don't know. At this point, the queen is doing the job here. And I really forgot what I was going to do next here. Ah, okay. He brings up his pawn. At this point, somebody has to move, and he chose to move up the pawn to b6. I'm bringing out my knight, finally, to c3. And then bishop comes out to threaten my queen. So what do? Just push it up a little bit. Push it up to e3. Just to see what happens here. I mean, now, knight can take knight. Free to take. Of course, you know, pawn can easily take knight after that. I don't mind the knight going away. But if knight takes knight, then I can take queen. King can take queen. You know, we both can lose our queens. But that's not the situation that happened here. So next, I don't know why, brings up his pawn for whatever reason. And I go ahead and take the pawn. Because, you know, at this point, like, if pawn takes my pawn, I can easily take it and then I can threaten it. Now, moving forward, queen comes in, threatens my knight to e5. At this point, again, I don't know what strategies we're playing, because if you really think about it, fine, we're low elos, but we still have some strategies up there. I threaten the queen with the knight to f3. Queen resides, comes back, plays it safe, but then I go ahead and take the pawn and threaten the queen once more. So that was a really strong move. Pretty happy about it. And then queen threatens my knight. But then the most ridiculous thing happens, and it honestly is game over at this point. Can you guys guess where it is? The very last move. I put the knight straight up in the middle to threaten the bishop, the rook, the king, and the queen. This is like the total most embarrassment, disrespectful thing I probably have ever done in any chess match. Pretty proud of it, to be honest. Really proud of where my chess game is going. But this guy, yeah, he immediately resigned after. That's it. I won. Period. I'm just a winner and everyone else is a loser. So that is probably the coolest, disrespectful chess match I've ever given. Pretty proud of it. Pretty proud of it. So I kind of want to see the evaluation from higher elos to see like, oh, like, would you probably have seen this move, or would you probably have done something different? So that's a story that I wanted to tell for a very long time, and I kind of want to make that a YouTube video. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. And he's from Japan. I disrespected someone just from Japan. Someone asked me, if you were to choose any other ethnicity, what would you be? I said Japanese. But I'm so proud to be a Jordanian. Being a Jordanian, to me, out of all the other culture experiences I have observed, I'm so happy that I ended up being Jordanian. Could be a biased thing, but I don't care. I really don't care. Never would. Never would care. But, you know. What about you?
This is Dave, head of marketing at a ketchup company.
I mean, of course bias, dude. What about you? So you're not typing because you don't have an answer? Sun. Okay, so today I actually wanted to watch a podcast, and 3 months ago, Aaron Carter passed away. Persian, as I believe my ancestry is somewhat rooted to Iran and Persia. So you'd want to be that. Have you experienced or have observed the Persian culture? Yeah, so there's this podcast that Christy Carlos from Romano did. How many tabs do I have open here? This one? Yes. And so coincidentally, subhanallah, the person that was supposed to be the guest star on her podcast was Aaron Carter. And what happened was she invited him to her podcast. The same week, he died. And he did not show up to her podcast. And she thought like, oh, like, you know, maybe he has something going on, but he didn't communicate why he didn't come. And so she decided to move on with the podcast, to do it by herself. But no buts. She decided to do the podcast, but she did it by herself, which is pretty interesting because she's never done an episode by herself except this one. So she already like kind of did an introduction of like the aftermath of like finding out then that he actually like, you know, took his life. But it's kind of, you know, interesting to watch.
You know, I am also proud of Vulnerable for different reasons. You know,
Also, side note, like I'm really, really thinking about starting a podcast. But the thing is, right, I don't want to start too many projects at once and then not keep up with it because it's not sustainable for me yet, right? I would love my YouTube channel to take off, and I would love to do creative projects with larger creators, with interesting people, with amazing people, and the creative field is just endless possibilities of like what is possible. Exactly within that sentence. Exactly what I just said. Endless possibilities of what is possible. You know, more words, Sarah, more words. By the way, we got to do the word of the day. Let's look at that. Word of the day. Let's all learn a new word together. It is dun 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 dun. Oh my God. Right? Muhsin, you'd come in. I'd want to hear all about your... actually, no, I'd fly to New Zealand, high key. How you doing, man? All right, before I press this speaker button, I'm going to attempt to say this word. Onerous. 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 Right? I hope. This word is onerous because it's difficult to do or do. This word is onerous to say.
Onerous.
Onerous. It's not onerous. High key, bro. You're pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. All right, so this word is onerous to pronounce. Onerous. I think I'm gonna remember that one. Onerous. Prerogative. Cleave. To split and to separate into parts. No, I'm thinking about it. Like I said. What's up, Matt? Like I said, I don't want to start too many projects at once if this YouTube channel is not sustainable in itself. We're not even monetizing or even at 1,000 subscribers. Listen, I mean, I would love that. You know, numbers are great. And if I want this to work, if I want this to be really big, I'd have to commit to this and make it as big as I can to then launch my next project. Because if I launch everything all at once, it is not sustainable. It is not smart. Logistically, financially, not a great idea. Yeah, I want to do it. You know, I'd first want to I'd want to start this, and then I want to open my own business, which is like the boba shop that I was thinking about. I want to make events. I want to go places. I want to, it's like there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things in my mind. There's a lot of things. And it just starts with this little guy, this little baby of a channel. I want it to go high. And it starts with collaborations, to be honest. Imagine if I did one collaboration with a really cool creator. Easy stuff. Like I would have to convince the subscriber to go to my channel and subscribe to me, but they'd have to see my personality. There's a lot of things in mind, and the fact of the matter is, more people are subscribing, which is cool. My viewer count is going up, which is cool. It's just all baby steps. And what I keep forgetting sometimes to do, and I always say it out loud to remind myself, is that, yeah, the end goal is definitely amazing to reach, which is like the 100,000 tier, then the millionth tier, But I have to always remember to enjoy the journey, because when I look back at it and I look back at this stream or I look back at my journal and you look back on how far you've come, even with anyone in life, but I'm just speaking for myself, it's kind of like, dude, like you didn't give up. You didn't give up no matter what judgment people are giving you. This industry is hard. It's not, nothing's given to you on a platter. And I don't know, it's just a ride. I'm just running on a tangent here, but I hope us together, the OGs, would meet all one day. Those like less than 10th of a viewer. And just like all sit down and like literally just hang out. Like it'd be really cool. Like once I open the boba shop, like the OGs would come through. Would all sit together and just talk for hours. Cause like that'd be pretty dope. Oh, see, yeah, I'm down. Why not? I mean, you do 360 view content, right? Do you have an idea? Like what collaboration video do you have something in mind? I'd love that. Matt, thank you, but I hate you, but thank you. I'm literally playing the song in my head. Thank you for that. And then I'm hearing, what's his name? The guy that starts, Peyton? Yeah. Peyton? But yeah. Of course you should get motivated. That's the only thing that like should keep all of us going, right? Because the only person who believes in you should only be yourself. You shouldn't rely on anyone else to believe in you, to be honest. But when someone comes along and actually sees your vision, it's rewarding, I think, did I tell you guys this story? I think I did. I told you guys yesterday that when a person reached out to me asking, hey, like, I think your videos are cool. Like, can I be your editor? And I'm just be like, whoa, like, of course you could be my editor. And he was just willing to work with me long term. Very nice guy. Very nice guy. I'm excited about our new business relationship for that. But it's things like that, Ooh, dude, Muhsin. Yes. That'd be really fun. I'd love that. Tell me, we can exchange emails or exchange numbers and we can talk more about it. That'd be really cool. Absolutely. Are you on my Discord? We can message each other there per one-to-one as well. Or I mean, you have my Discord, I guess I could say, in the thing. But yeah, super down. Have you done videos where you introduced yourself? Do people know who you are on your YouTube channel? For sure. And then you can teach me the Hakka. Oh my god, we could do a podcast? And then I'll make a YouTube video on my parkour channel. You teaching me the Hakka? Oh man. Ideas. I'm probably butchering how it's pronounced, right? Hakka? Right? I don't know. I could hear the wind, man. It's scary. It's scary out there. It's scary. Someone was fixing the top of our house today, and he put like metal sheets on our roof. I could hear it. Is it safe? Probably. I kind of want to hear. I kind of actually want to hear. There you go. No way. Nice. Yeah, it makes sense. 100%. Yeah, dude, that makes me special. But here's the thing. Do you not want me to say your name live on stream? Yeah, why not? Why not? Everyone is welcome. It'd be fun. Sammy, come here. Come here. No? She's too comfortable. She's sitting right there. She's like, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, why not? Okay, so let us finish watching. Motion. Hey, yo, motion. Nah, guys, it's Muhsin. It's Muhsin. Oh, Muhsin, did it? Wait. I wanted to make sure. I don't think. I think I missed the part. Did I pronounce Hakka the way it's supposed to be pronounced? Dude, like, story of our life. Dude, I really want to see how bad it is. I'm gonna take a video. I'm gonna show you guys how bad the wind is right now. Honestly, taking the video meant absolutely nothing because you can't see a freaking thing. But anyways, ha, but a is super short. Then ka, Hakka. Hakka? There you go. Oh, Hakka. Yeah. That sounds right. Okay, let's continue watching this. So,
Vulnerable is very much who I am when, the cameras aren't rolling. And I've made peace with what it means to make content and be authentic at the same time. I think I learned this when I was doing my YouTube walk and talks that became pretty viral. And I was talking a lot about my personal struggles. I think fans got to know me. And of course, haters.
is everyone up to date of what I just said about this specific episode? If not, I will be happy to catch you up on it. But yeah. Guy named Mark McKinney. Who's Mark McKinney? Oh. You're not up to date. So this is Christy Carlson Romano, the voice of Kim Possible. She has a podcast called Vulnerable. And this specific episode, she was supposed to have a guest named Aaron Carter. Now, we all know what happened to Aaron Carter. He took his life 3 months ago. But coincidentally, she had him as a guest around that time he took his life, which was kind of surprising, shocking, unexpected. She didn't know why he didn't show up, but she decided to move forward with the podcast alone, and this is what she was talking about.
got some information that they could sling, but ideally I was myself truly, and I was able to open up. So I wanted to start Vulnerable so that
It's a hard
I
word
could
to say.
create a sort of safe space for people to come who have either been struggling, are struggling, or want to advocate for people and create a wonderful space for people. And sometimes the people that are struggling are not able to speak for themselves. And this empty chair here is proof of that. I can relate to this in a lot of ways, right? So there are so many ways in my 20s that I did not show up for anyone, including myself, because I wasn't sober. Sobriety is what gave me my life back. I'm fearful for when my daughters come of an age when drugs and alcohol become a topic of conversation. As parents, I'm fed a lot of things on my algorithm about, rainbow fentanyl sweet tart things that are candy and just the scariest stuff. Euphoria, don't watch Euphoria, season 2. Oh my God. It's sexy, but don't watch it. It's like you're fed so much fear. And I'm terrified of, how my kids will sort of interact with drugs and alcohol. Because if you have a predisposition for addiction, and if you have an environment,
It's crazy. It's behind closed doors until she actually says it, but it's kind of crazy how she was actually like an alcoholic or a drug addict, like in general, like she's been sober for a very long time. And she always talks about it because, it's something, of course, to embrace. It's to choose to better yourself in a way. No, and not in a way, in fully.
that for some reason pushes you into needing that, right, to self-medicate. There is potentially no bottom for some people. And what's more is that I think that the mind has a way of losing itself to where it can't come back. Some people have psychotic breaks, and it happens throughout their adolescence. And of course, drugs and alcohol are introduced in that time frame. And people are lost to you and to their families. You know,
Literally, the one thing I always ask, and I think I asked my dad this, and I mean, usually when you ask your parents a question, it's something like they have to have the answer to. But growing older, and it's just like having really cool conversations with your parents that you didn't get to have when you were younger because they just saw you in a different way, like you're a child. But the one thing that I've learned mentally growing up is that if someone is feeling depressed and they take medication to get rid of the feeling of depression temporarily so they can potentially like go the right path to better themselves mentally and to stand up and to like face the day kind of thing. Now, of course, and I'm going to get to it, but mental illness is a very important thing to handle. Mental health is a very important thing to handle as well. I mean, you have to take care of it. It's your livelihood. It's how your thoughts process throughout the day. You know, it's how you think all the time, how you process your thoughts in any situation. Mental health is probably one of the most important things, and people are, finally taking that into consideration, that this is first, because if your mental health is top notch, then your body, your soul, your life is also going to be top notch. But if it's not, then you yourself have to understand and take measures and steps to fix it. Now, my thing is, where I'm getting at is that when people rely very heavily on medication, thinking that, oh, this will definitely get me out of depression. Oh, this will definitely pull me out of the hole. And I'm going to say maybe at first temporarily. Now, I've never taken a medication. I've never really felt anything from a medication. I am blessed to not have been depressed, and I hope to never be. But that doesn't mean that I haven't had other situations that I would say lowered my ambition, lowered my hope, lowered my self-esteem, or lowered my anything. I mean, I've had felt my lows, and I've had to seek and learn how to do it. And the best thing I've ever done was actually read books. And I made a YouTube video on it on my parkour channel. I probably should have a better thumbnail, but I talked about the 3 books that really helped me better my mental health and better my overall way of life. It's one of them. If you guys want to write it down, it's called, and we could do it. We could go on. I'll type it up for you guys. Sure. Hello? Okay. Yes, I will. I'll do it. Right here. Let's make this a little bigger. The first book, called The Power of Now. And this book, I love it so much, because this book really has awakened me in a way where I have never felt so present in my life. And the way, and this was like, I read this 2020. I wasn't feeling like any sort of depression, but it was something, it was definitely something that I didn't know I needed, if that makes sense. And hold on, let's get this. Yeah. It definitely was something I didn't know I needed until I found it. And my friend recommended this to me. I was like, oh yeah, sure, okay, I'll get it. Like I you know, whatever. And if we know about what being present is, it's understanding and being still and looking at the details of life, especially in nature. Especially in nature, which that one really like took me home with it. And the first time I have ever realized what being present is when I was walking my dog. And I was walking my dog, and the best way, literally the best way to access the ultimate presence is observing an animal. Because animals are always present, always observant of the nature and the sounds around you and everything. And so I was walking him, and he was just like a puppy, sniffing, looking at life, looking at everything possible, you know, like everything is so like amazing and so beautiful. And so we always walk by this like fence covered in vegetation. And I think it has like little kumquats on it. And I think when I started walking past it this time after reading the book, not finishing it yet, but getting the basic concept of understanding, for somehow my brain just clicked and saw the ultimate detail of this plant that's covering this fence. And I think I stopped walking at a moment, and I like pretend this is like the leaf, and I'm just like, whoa. Like I felt like it's like being high without being high. Does that make sense? And I'm just like looking at it, and I'm like, bro, do you see this plant? Like, look at the detail on it. It's really cool, you know? That's what being present is. It's being high without being high. Is that right? I mean that I don't know how else to explain it. Like your peripheral and your depth perception expands so far. It's just like it's too much to process, but in a good way. So this is what this book did to me. And I would read it again. I gave it to my friend. Exactly. The euphoria without the substance. There you go. So yeah. This is the power of now, and I would definitely read it again. And I've actually like let my cousin borrow this book. And I bought this book for one of my friends. Everyone should read it. Everybody should read this book. But now we're on to the next book. A New Earth. Same author. The Power of Now is Eckhart Tolle. A New Earth is also Eckhart Tolle. And this one is kind of like an extension. So after you read The Power of Now and you understand what being present is all about. Hold on, let me change this on here. There you go. And after understanding what being present is all about, you go to this book. It's called A New Earth. And A New Earth, awakening your life's purpose. And this was actually Oprah's recommended books. I didn't read it because it was Oprah's recommended book, but I'm just saying, like, a person of high A-list class like her promoted this book with full confidence. And this one, basically what it does, it helps you understand what your ego is and how to destroy it. What your pride is and how to destroy it. Because it's not needed in this world. It's never needed. Because that's how commotions happen. Ego is really big and people's heads are way above the clouds. And if we can talk as big as like people just wanting land, right? Even in politics, even in things like that. But if we're talking small, like this is just something like, you know, on a day-to-day thing where like your ego or your pride comes in, it's just like, at this point, you know, it's just like live and let live is what they say. So I definitely recommend After the Power of Now to read this book. It's just an extra thing to know. And then, finally, the last one, Becoming Supernatural. When I tell you guys I started journaling every day and meditating every day because of this book, I'm not kidding. Definitely not kidding. And I'll put them in the Discord, don't worry. This book, if The Power of Now changed my life, this book definitely increased the life change experience of how I view this world. Point blank period. This book talks about accessing the pineal gland of the mind where you can purely, genuinely manifest your reality